So we are currently in the month of Ramadan, approaching the last 10 nights, and the month is quickly fleeting, unfortunately, as it feels like it does every single year. I know a lot of us might be in a bad place right now. A lot of us might be feeling grief or pain physically or spiritually, and I feel like a lot of us could do with some ruqyah right about now and moving forward. Inshallah, in this video, I'll be going over in a super beginner friendly way what is ruqyah. So in the Arabic language, ruqyah means incantation or charm for the purposes of physical or spiritual healing. So now the question is, what are these incantations that can be said for such healing? And follow-up question, are these magical spells? La habibi, no, this ain't Disney. In Islam, we don't speak any incantations. Like I mentioned before, incantations refer to saying words that perform a magic spell or charm. But in Islam, we speak supplications to Allah, which means we say words that ask or beg Allah for something earnestly and humbly. And we incorporate that under the definition of ruqyah. So what supplications can we say that can lead to Allah healing people? Here are 3 supplications that anyone can say that are all very easy to learn and understand. Don't worry, you don't have to memorize any of these for them to work, but through repetition of using them, you will easily memorize it, inshallah. So as Muslims, we believe that Allah is the source of all healing, because the Prophet ﷺ said in a Sahih Hadith recorded in Sunan Ibn Majah, Hadith number 3520, أذهب البأس رب الناس واشفي أنت الشافي لا شفاء إلا شفاؤك شفاء لا يغادر سقما. Take away the pain, O Lord of mankind, and grant healing, for you are the healer, and there is no healing but your healing that leaves no trace of sickness. In this hadith, the Prophet ﷺ is both teaching us that one of Allah's names is Ash-Shafi, the one who heals, and Allah is the only one that can truly heal, and the Prophet ﷺ is also teaching us precisely what to say to invoke Allah to heal us. And just so you guys know, there are multiple different narrations of this hadith across the other authentic books of hadith. Another invocation that the Prophet ﷺ taught us, which was also recorded in Sahih Muslim, hadith number 2202, a man named Uthman, the son of Abu al-As al-Thaqafi, reported that he was complaining of pain on his body to the Prophet ﷺ. So the Prophet ﷺ said, place your hand at the place where you feel pain in your body and say Bismillah 3 times and A'udhu billahi wa qudratihi min sharri ma ajidu wa uhadhiru 7 times. The latter of which means I seek refuge with Allah and with Allah's power from the evil that I find and the evil that I fear. In this hadith, the Prophet ﷺ teaches us that we can perform ruqyah not just by speaking but by also using our hands to touch the areas of pain while simultaneously invoking Allah to heal. And last but certainly not the least, one of, if not the best supplications that anyone can speak to invoke the healing of Allah is Surah Al-Fatihah. Sahih al-Bukhari, hadith number 5736, is a famous story that quickly popularized Surah Al-Fatihah as a method of ruqyah. Long story short, it speaks of a tribe of mean and stingy people whose tribal leader either got bit by a poisonous snake or stung by a poisonous scorpion that caused immediate symptoms of worsening pain. Luckily for the tribe leader, a group of companions of the Prophet ﷺ were there, and one of the companions started to recite Surah Al-Fatihah, and while reciting, he allowed his mouth to accumulate a small amount of saliva. He then lightly spit droplets of the saliva at the site of injury and repeated the whole process until the patient was fully healed and walking as if nothing happened. From this, we also learn of a third method of ruqyah aside from just speaking and aside from just touching the areas of pain. So here we learned that with Surah Al-Fatihah, we can apply droplets of spittle at the sites of injury as well after reciting or during reciting Surah Al-Fatihah. In that same methodology, even though there is no word for word hadith or precise proof of narration that the Prophet ﷺ said to do this, it is the general consensus of the Council of Senior Scholars of Saudi Arabia that the spittle can also be applied to water that a patient can drink, especially if the water is Zamzam water. One important thing to always remember is that the one performing the ruqyah, also known as the raqi, has absolutely no power whatsoever to heal themselves or anyone from anything. The raqi's entire job is to invoke Allah to bring about that healing, and the stronger the faith and connection that the raqi has with Allah, naturally the stronger the healing may potentially be. This is something fundamental that must be understood before attempting to perform any kind of ruqyah. So none of the prophets had any inherent powers or abilities whatsoever in and of themselves. They were all human beings just like you and I. Rather, it is Allah that is the source and cause of any supernatural or miraculous abilities or events that ever take place. So one last thing I want to to say is that I highly recommend anyone watching this that's seeking ruqyah to perform ruqyah on yourself. Ruqyah that you perform on yourself through your own connection with Allah will inshallah always be better than if you ask someone else to do it on you. So I would only recommend asking someone else to do ruqyah on you if you are physically unable to do it yourself, or if you don't know how to do it and your symptoms are too urgent and severe where you can't take the time to learn to do it yourself. I hope this helps, and may Allah ease any pain that you may be feeling.